morning, everyone. Crypto Billy here. We're going to do another fine episode of Motivational Mindset. These are just 5 to 8 minute videos that help you think about certain things in life and hopefully set you on a path to becoming the best version of yourself. We call this series Motivational Mindset. On your drive to work in the morning or whatever you're doing around the house in the morning, if you work from home, hopefully you can just turn this on, watch it for 5 to 8 minutes, and helps you get your mindset for the day, for your week, for your life. Today I want to talk about everything happens for a reason. I especially want to talk about the bad things that happen to you in life. You have to get to a spot in your heart and your mind where you truly believe and know without a question of a doubt that bad things happen to you for a reason. Another way to say this is bad things don't happen to you, they happen for you. The problem is the pain is so great in the moment, it is hard to believe that or see that. But once you get your heart in the right place, you will come to learn and know even death of a friend, a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, a nephew, niece, you will come to learn that it happens for you, not to you. It takes a lot of training, it takes a lot of looking inward, personal development to get there. But it's true, everything happens for you, not to you. Faith is required. And faith is the substance of that hoped for and the evidence of that not found. There's no evidence that you can find that it's happening for you. It's faith. You have to believe. And how do you develop that? How do you get yourself to a point where you can actually truly in your heart and mind believe that? Well, there's several ways. Spirituality and understanding spiritualness is part of that journey for me. But also listen to personal testimonials from people that you love and trust. I had a very, very, very bad childhood. My mom and dad divorced when I was 9. I had a stepdad who's very abusive, physically and mentally abusive. Now, I'm telling you this story not so you feel sorry for me, because it was the best thing that ever happened to me. As a little boy, I would sit there and cry and say to God, why is this happening to me? Why is this my life? Why am I going through this? What did I do to deserve this? And of course, there was no answer. There was no answer. And I'd cry as a little boy. I'd cry and cry. I lived in constant fear. Then life moves on. You grow up. Then you become a dad yourself. And that is when I realized. I made a promise to myself when I was a little boy that I would be a great dad. I would be the best dad that I could be. I would do everything 180 degrees different than what I went through. I made that promise to myself, and my kids started coming. And all the little things that I never received from either my real father or my stepfather, things like going to a father-daughter hayride, things like teaching my son how to throw a 2-seam fastball, things like being a Boy Scout leader and helping my son with projects and getting to the next level in scouts and teaching him and guiding him. Love. Things like never ever discipline your children and anger. Never discipline your children in anger, because that's the only way I was disciplined. When they were mad, we got the belt, right? So they were happening for me. They were happening for me so that I would be a better father. When I went into the military, we were standing in formation and the sergeant said, I need 3 volunteers. Well, you don't volunteer for anything in the military. You don't raise your hand. So when nobody raises their hand, they just pick you. And of course, he picked me and 2 other guys. And he said, fall out to the motor pool. We get to the motor pool. We are the 3 that were going to get our military driver's license, which means you're going to have all kinds of different duties, because now you're going to be able to drive a military vehicles all the way up to 5 tons. And I took the driver's test in a deuce and a half. Now, I was raised on a farm, and so driving big equipment, I was exposed to at a very young age. So it certainly wasn't intimidating to me. But I knew the consequences in my head in that moment, that this is probably not going to be good. That's what my default mindset said to me internally. Well, I got the driver's license at my next duty station, and that was in South Carolina, Fort Jackson. My next duty station was 2nd Infantry Division, Korea, and the colonel needed a driver. Do you have a military driver's license? Yes, I do. Good. You're going to drive for the S1. Now, that was pretty good duty, but it gets better. I get stationed at Fort Benjamin Harrison, my next duty station, Indiana. When I get in processed in, what happens? They see I have a military driver's license. They said, fall out over here with 2 other guys. What's this all about? The post commander, Major General Edmonds, needs a driver. So does the Chief of Staff, Colonel Cunningham. You guys are going to go interview. Guess what? I suddenly find myself driving the colonel and driving the general. That is great duty. Why did that happen? Because I had a military driver's license. Did I volunteer for a military driver's license? No. Did I feel like it was happening to me and not for me in the moment? Yes, I did. Did I think it was all going to be bad and negative? Yes, I did. But what ultimately happened was it happened for me. And I can go on and on and on, all the way up to my nephew's death, who was coming back from church and ran into a semi, he and his brother, and it killed him. And from that, which was pain and devastation, it's very close to him, came a new life, because my brother and his wife were so distraught, they decided to have another child, and a whole new life was born from that child. And who knows, does that child, does my nephew, my new nephew, does he go on and have a child that becomes the President of the United States, or saves somebody's lives, or becomes a coach of some kind and inspires millions of people? Who knows, right? It didn't happen to us. It happened for us. When you can see the good in everything, you understand. Okay, guys, hopefully that gave you a little something to think about. I love you. Crypto Billy out.